Call to Action by Cindy, Rosemary, Pedro, Ellen, and Isabel. What is call to action? A call to action is used in the end of an essay. It is generally the last sentence. It urges the reader to act as a result of reading the essay, or at least makes her question.
A call to action isn't the analysis or the whole conclusion in an essay. It's the final statement that leaves the reader pensive about the arguments presented.
Here's an example. If you understand how important it is for students to dress themselves, it is your civic duty to attend your local school council meeting and demand that this proposal be rejected.
What not to say in a call to action. Don't leave the reader confused, and don't make an impossible or chaotic call to action. For example, overall, I strongly agree with students being forced to wear uniforms to school, so remember to buy your lunch. That's confusing. Let's take over the city and start a revolution. That's too chaotic.
Here's an example of a good call to action. If students are forced to wear uniforms, our school will have a much more pleasant environment. So show your support by signing this petition.
A call to action is important because it makes the reader act toward a cause and make a change. For example, it can make the reader create or join a club that protests against the violence towards animals. It might also urge the reader to work harder and appreciate what they have in life. It all depends on the essay topic.
A call to action is important because it allows the reader to stand up for what they believe in and make a change through writing. Like Gandhi once said, "Be the change you wish to see in the world." ACTA emphasizes the significance of the author's argument. Therefore, it is very powerful because it may lead to change in the world.
Here's a definition of sense of urgency. Requiring or taking quick action or attention to a conflict or proposal. Most sense of urgency require rhetorical strategies such as ethos, logos, and pathos in order for change to happen.
Sense of urgency. Establishing a sense of urgency means that you are trying to make a final point, which will conclude your essay firmly. As a writer, you will not settle for anything less than basic to convince the readers to take your opinion into high consideration. Here are some examples of what not to say. Well, we've always done it this way. Why make a change? The old way still works. Or, this new method could maybe be an okay way to end an essay. A sense of urgency is used in essays to enhance the importance of your topic and to conclude defending your viewpoint. Giving off a strong vibe will assure the reader's opinion, which will get them to understand your position and side with you.
When people have a true sense of urgency, they tend to take action on conflicts quickly. Having a sense of urgency, especially when writing a persuasive essay or writing a proposal, gets the conflict solved faster. Improvements made in call to action. We have improved on creating a strong argument that will encourage others to make the change we want to see. We should not end an essay with uncertainty or leaving the reader confused. We have also improved in call to action by learning how to defend our argument and provide supporting evidence. In addition, we have learned how to incorporate methods such as logos, ethos, and pathos to capture the reader's attention.
Hey guys, so I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like lately a lot of people have been a lot ruder to other people than they have been in the past. Get it, everyone has bad days, including myself. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I do feel like pushing back the guy who bumped into me on a crowded street, or yelling at a waitress who brought me the wrong order after making me wait an hour, or even flipping off a guy who cut me off in traffic. But then I think of a motto that I kind of made up, and it's helped me be a much more friendly and positive person. And we all know all the generic sayings we heard growing up: be nicer to others, or treat people how you want to be treated. But those sayings are so vague and overused that the moment something bad happens, or if we're having a bad day, we just completely forget about it. Which is why I created a new campaign that is even more straightforward and hopefully a little less forgettable. The Treat People Like They're Dying campaign. I know it might sound a little negative, but it's the complete opposite. If everybody treated each other as if they were dying, people would be friendlier and more forgiving. For example, if you knew a guy was dying and he accidentally spilled coffee on you, I guarantee that you would not yell at him and you would not curse him out. Seriously, don't worry. It's just a shirt. Most people would not yell at a guy who's dying. The world would have less mean girls because no one talks crap behind the dying person's back.
She's so inspirational. Seriously, she's so brave.
In general, people would just be nicer to each other.
Hi, I'm so sorry to keep you waiting. What can I do for you?
But not only will people be nicer to each other, but when people realize that they're dying, a lot of times that's when people live life to its fullest.
Brought to you by Pedro, Isabel, Ellen, Cindy, and Rosemary.
Created using Powtoon.